Today I'm going to show you how to decipher an IKEA manual, and this is for an IKEA kitchen. Now, a few things that you want to keep in mind. When you get your booklet from IKEA, when you purchase your kitchen, there's going to be some important information in there. One is a little stapled booklet, and it'll show you your layout. So that's from a top view or a plan view. And then this is going to be your build list. And they typically write build list on there, and then it shows you which cabinet number and what comes with each cabinet, okay? So you'll want to refer to this quite often, and if the plan view doesn't make sense, then you can switch to an elevation view and you can decipher, and it has the cabinet numbers in the proper locations, and it's just easier. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is a 2 drawer and this is a 3 drawer, and these upper cabinets all have doors, right? So you can kind of keep in mind, okay, that's what they look like. So that's super handy. This build list is very handy so that you're not confused by all the part numbers and everything. Now, where the deciphering comes in, most importantly, what I find is building the drawers and installing the drawers. And we'll get into that. There's just minor little tweaks and differences. So if you know how to read the manual, it's going to just save you time. Okay, so right here, I have what they call a high drawer. So it's the Maximera drawers. This is a 15-inch front. So your base cabinets are 30 inches high. So if you have a 2 drawer, it's a 15 and a 15, right? 15 high, 15 high. If you have the big, medium, small, it's 15, 10, and a 5. So just little things that might be helpful for you. So in every box, the Maximera boxes, comes with the soft closes. These comes with everything you see here, the drawer glides and the slides, everything to assemble it, and then the cabinet front comes individually. Now, this sheet of paper that comes in the drawer box is super handy because it shows all the configurations, and it shows you all the different screw locations, and it'll even show you, it's hard to zoom in because it's so small, but when you're putting the slides onto the actual box, it'll show you top hole, bottom hole, second hole in, third hole in, whatever. I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, so if you're doing a 2-box setup like this, it shows you what spacings to space the slides at, shows you all the details. You just need to pay attention. Okay, and before I forget, a really important detail is if you have a hidden drawer here or a hidden drawer there, it shows you where the rails go, but just keep in mind, and I hope you can see this, but this rail is actually set back slightly in relation to the other ones. And that's to just allow it to sit back flush. And if you look really carefully on your manual, it'll show you with a little X where the screw holes go, which allow it to actually shift that little 1/2 inch back. So keep that in mind. I think it's super important. Now, when you're on your build list, it'll give you the part numbers for all the drawers, because there's a low drawer. So I've written on the manuals a low, and there's a medium, and then there's the high one. So maybe we'll just refer to this high one for right now. So you just flip through it page by page. It shows you all the parts. I'll make a video on how to actually build the drawer too, but we're just going to show you how to decipher it. Okay, so the first few pages are just to build the initial part of the drawer. Then here, this shaded area, I'll show you what those are. That's where, like in a pantry unit or a hidden drawer, I call it, they're flush with the actual cabinet box. Let's show you what those are. See, I look like a champ right now, but it took us a few hours to actually get it all sorted out. But I call this a hidden drawer. So this page right here with the dotted lines are showing that where those are flush. So that's here, it's flush with the cabinet. And so what it's telling you is it's saying you just go straight down on right now to step 5. Okay, and then it'll show you the specific details on where to put the screws in relation to these metal clips. So, and if you look here, this is the really close-up version. So there's an empty hole here, these go here. Now that's for that setup. Now if you have This shaded area where you have the big 15-inch high or the 15 high, you go to page 14. So you skip a bunch of stuff and you go to page 14. If we're doing the bottom drawer, then you proceed to step 5 right here. Now this detail shows you, okay, here's the IKEA tag at the bottom of the drawer. And then if you zoom in, you're using this hole and this one. It's just those subtle differences, okay? So that's for the bottom drawer. Now if you're doing a high drawer, this is still a high drawer unit, but it's for the upper unit. So then if you're building the upper section of the drawer, you go to page 21. So we're on page 21, step 5. We're going down here, and now you're using these holes. So you're omitting that one. And it's just those subtle differences that show you the placement of these little clips, which adjust and correlate to where the rails sit. Now, if you want to reference back, don't forget this thin little sheet that shows you all the rails locations, okay? So let's go to the low drawers and just show you, because there's quite a few different configurations there. So if we're doing the inset drawers where they're flush in behind an actual drawer front, you just keep proceeding with this. Now if you're any one where the drawers are out front, a finished front, you go to page 10. So for the bottom drawer only, you have to just proceed down, follow it. Remember, these screw holes are slightly different. But if you're doing any one of these other drawers, then you go to page 15. And it'll show you what holes to use for this clip. I think just that alone will help you, save you time, knowing where to reference and when, and just basically keep track of your manuals as you're building and setting up. And just refer back to your build list, because it'll tell you if it's maximum or high, medium or low, and it'll give you what drawer fronts go with that cabinet. So I hope that helps you guys, and thanks for tuning in.